Greetings and salutations, Dota fans! It is I, Badger, back for some Season 8 Lads action. We're here for an opening night matchup. Thought it'd be the season opener, but we had a 2 p.m. match on today instead. We are here, though, for the 5 above average dudes versus Pizzadog, and I'm joined tonight by a very special guest, one of my favorites, the 2-time Lads champions, StarCraft 2 former professional, Odd Otters alumnus, Sasquatch. How are you tonight?
Doing well, Badger. I think your introduction for me gets longer like every time we cast together.
It's probably fair. It's probably fair. You know, I'm just getting real into the intro. I'm excited. Love me some Dota. Love me some Lads action. Love me some casting with Sasquatch. I'm real excited now. This is it's exciting too because 2 of my favorite players to cast are in this series actually. On the dire side, good friend of yours, former teammate ET. Big fan of the way ET plays. And the Radiant side, we got the Beast of US East, my favorite player to cast. Such a big fan of casting this guy.
5 seconds remaining.
It's a good player for sure. There's a lot of people in this lobby that I know. I know most of Pizzadog. The roster has been around for a while. They're all active players. Then on 5 above average dudes, I've been friends with Envy and Notorious for a long time. Played with them in RD12. Con Fatalness have also been Lad staples. Beast of US East as well. I mean, these are some veterans for sure.
Should be a relatively evenly matched series. I think if we're going for preseason expectations, this dire side, Pizzadog side has to be the favorites. But obviously, there's a lot of very good players on both sides, so it could really be 2-0 in either direction. Could easily be a 1-1 series. Obviously, very dependent on the draft. 5 dudes won the game 1 coin flip. Chose second pick, of course, so it will be Pizzadog's chance to have second pick next game if they so choose. And yeah, got some heroes on our screen. Seeing a Phase 1 Alchemist, though. You're going to have to sell me on this one. What is the idea behind this Phase 1 Alchemist?
The idea behind the Phase 1 Alchemist is that Skyward plays this hero every game.
Well then, you sold me.
And he does like this. I mean, maybe his build has changed with the patch, but assuming it hasn't, he goes Vanguard Radiance every game. And he just farms really fast and plays Alch. And he's got an Omni Knight, so Omni Alch is pretty insane because obviously you can purge yourself with the ult on Alch, but just having the shield as well as the extra strength is really quite good.
And it's one of those things too, he will play a safe lane, right?
He'll play it safe or mid. It just depends what the matchups look like. With these 2 early strength hero picks, like if that is the safe lane, it is like the 1 in 5. So it should be kind of easy to like think about how to counter that lane. But he will take the Alch mid if it looks really bad, presumably as well. So gotta think about that.
I think potentially for the Radiant side, Timbersaw could be a very potent pick. I've never seen the Beast play it, but I'm sure he can. I mean, honestly, it's good in the 1v1 up against the Alch if that's your mid matchup, and it's obviously very good in the 1v2, try to say the 2v2 against the Alch Omni. What prevents 5 dudes from just like picking Timbersaw right here, right now?
5 seconds.
Yeah, I wouldn't say there's too much. I think if I was thinking about it from dire perspective, if a Timber came down here, I'd be looking to send the Alch mid. Or at least like have something in mind for the Timber so that the Alch can like free farm even if they have a rough lane, and then like something is pressuring the Timber so they can't run at the Alch. Honestly, though, I like this opening from the Radiant. This just Lich Monkey. Like, that's such a solid lane. And also the Monkey can be flexed pretty hard these days. Like, I wouldn't be surprised to see Ka even playing Monkey. I don't know if he does, but, like, 4 players are playing Monkey in this patch. So that hero's like a flex, but it's also very good against Alch Omni. Pretty much. Just 2 melee heroes that you can lifesteal off.
They're spending a lot of time in this 3rd pick as well, and they've used about a minute of reserve time. They're really thinking about what could be their 4th pick potentially, what could be a different pick, but really what is probably the hardest pick of the draft for a 2nd pick team is that 15 pick right here they're thinking about right now.
And maybe thinking about Timber. I also think the Beast of US East plays a very mean Sand King. Should be pretty strong. Invoker. The Fatalness Invoker.
Interesting.
Is Fatalness playing mid this season?
As far as I know, they signed up with a NV1 Fatal 2, Beast Ka 3-4, and then Notorious 5, so...
Yeah, no, that sounds exactly right. These players have all played that respective role for like a decent amount of time, I think.
5 seconds remaining.
Should be really fun to see a couple of these. I think both the 3-4 combos here, Beast Ka as well as ET Sheepstick are really potent 3-4 combos. Two of the best 3-4 combos in the league actually. So should be fun to see how these safe lanes cope with just having a really rough time.
From Dire here, I'm thinking they want something ranged. I wouldn't be surprised to see like an ET Rubik here, because I think it matches up pretty well against the Lich Monkey lane. Also Invoker, you can steal some decent spells from that hero. Void Spirit.
That is not a ranged hero. That is a melee hero.
I have to assume that is almost 100% their mid hero on the Bingu player. I don't know who else would play it. I don't know if anybody else plays it. Do you know if their 3-player plays it?
I don't really know Sheepstick Zero Pool that well, so I actually have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know Sheepsticks. That's the player I'm the most unfamiliar with. I know she played LC in the weekend tournament. Yep. So I think it's a mid Void Spirit. I think that's a carry Alchemist. I think that's a 5 Omni Knight. So I'm thinking they're going to pick a 4 position here. They could also pick a 3, but I think it's better to leave the Void a little bit of flex. Although I don't know why you would want Void Spirit against the Monkey King lane. That doesn't sound very fun. Unless I don't know that matchup very well.
It doesn't seem very fun at all. I mean, you can use the Remnants to potentially not get Jingu procced on you, but if you just miss it once, then it's just, oh dear. I pop the Simulate and just try to run away and then just have a sad time. Where I think your best case scenario there is draw the lane.
All right, so Lion. That's definitely the ET hero for this game. And it's good against the Monkey because Lich Monkey, if they get on top of the 3 hero is just going to be super slowed. And, when Monkey gets his procs off, he just will probably kill you. So Lion just helps with the disengage.
I have one of my experts in the Twitch chat regarding this team is saying this could be a Monkey 4.
Well, I also said that, so I agree with that Twitch chatter.
It seems like you guys are both on the same page here. Of hey, this is a very interesting lane developing in this. What is it? The top lane? Yeah.
Oh, and there it is. They still went with it. Timberto. I think Carry Monkey looks pretty strong here. Obviously, we don't see the 3 from the Dire. I think they're going to show that to us next. But if it is a 3 that is susceptible to Monkey King, then you can just run the Monkey Carry. It does not look like a bad Monkey Carry game. Otherwise, like an Ursa could be really good this game. Or just something that matches up really well with the Alk and scales well against the Alk.
I was thinking a Troll Warlord could be decent as well if they are thinking about that sort of hero. I know Envy's played it in the past, obviously many patches ago, so perhaps times have changed there. And they do indeed ban out the Ursa.
I like the Troll. It's just the Invoker disengage can be annoying sometimes with the Tornado and stuff. But the Troll is very strong in the lane and does match up against Alk pretty well.
They banned out another hero who could potentially simply lock a hero like Alchemist down. They banned out the Faceless Void, obviously Invoker combos, Timbersaw combos, Chronosphere. Potentially can just destroy that hero pretty quickly. My question today is, I actually have a number of 3s still available. Obviously, Beastmaster Sand King are now banned, but I mean, Axe is still in the pool, Centaur is still in the pool, Tide is still in the pool, Furion is still in the pool. A lot of options are there in terms of whatever kind of style of offering they want. As you mentioned, though, they're probably thinking, hey, this Monkey could flex to 1, so we need to be mindful of that, which means possibly a number of those melee 3s I was mentioning are not as good.
The Lion disengage certainly helps the 3 melee case, but the Lion can't really leave the 3 alone if they do pick like some slow melee 3 here. which you don't really want. You want to be able to like play with the Void Spirit. So I think they have. I'm not really sure what again Sheep Six Pool is here, but like a Sand King could be fine, or just even like a Necro I could see working.
I know ET as well is a big fan of like contesting polls and rotating on like minute 4, minute 6 runes, so definitely an independent offlaner in essence. And Mars, once again, not perfect, but certainly one of the better melee 3s into, say, a Monkey King carry, if it's the case. You can indeed spear away the MK, which should give you some ground to not get Jingu and destroyed, potentially. I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. I think it gives them good team fight control, which they needed, and also matches up well. But they do go for the 4 monkey.
All right, then.
And they slam the Juggernaut, the Envy Juggernaut, a classic. Whoa, look at that Void Spirit. Whoa. All right, Dire one. Now, I was about to predict Radiant just because I like their draft more, but now that I see this Void Spirit, I don't know.
You see the sick ass Void Spirit sitting like, yeah, you know what? This is I am confident in this team. This man clearly is passionate about his Void Spirit play. I'd have to buy a $100 set of Void Spirits. Let's do this. I think it has to be a fresh set as well, because Bingu was out of the country, like literally without a computer in Mongolia for the last like 4 months. So he had to, and the set came out in the last 4 months. So he had to like come back and was like, yeah, I want this set. I'm buying this set.
I wonder what it says on the. Is that? I can't tell if it's Chinese or not.
I'm not an expert on. It's hard to tell with the angle as well. It's not.
Yeah, it's
large.
I'm blaming the angle, but
given it's Dota, it's probably Chinese. But yeah. This is League of Legends. I may be more inclined to think it might be in Korean, but nah, this is Dota. It's probably Chinese.
Honestly, I'm pretty mixed on these drafts. I think like Dire has way better team fight, and they also have an easier time starting fights with the Void Spirit, Lion, and Mars. Radiant did get like a fairly strong Timber game, so this Timber could just be a monster and play if he doesn't like overcommit at all and like plays the map well. I could just see him like popping off and then this Jug having a good game where he gets the farm and the Alk is feeling pressured. So I think if the Timber is like actively pressuring the map and is strong this game, Radiant's in a very good spot. But if the game kind of goes even and like maybe Timber dies to like the first Mars ult or the first Lion ult or like a Void Spirit gank, then I'm feeling like this Alk is just gonna snowball. The Alk is definitely like this is his most proficient hero, at least the one I've seen him spam the most recently. So I'm sure he's like very comfortable into this Timber and like knowing kind of what he's doing. Queued up a Mage Blade already, if you Mage Slayer, I mean.
I guess you have 5 minutes off from the Radiant. They actually run the Xeriscape. They have the Frost Blast into the Boundless Strike, and there's Overvenom as well on the Monkey King. So they will try for the skill. Heavenly Grace is popped. They want to keep going up with the Cold Stab. But Xeriscape just appears to be a little bit too tanky.
The boots paying off big time.
You see a lot of 4s go boots first. Rarely do you see 5s go boots first. It's paying off very handsomely right now. Prevents first blood there. This is very nice. If you are just joining us, welcome to the Melee. We are here for the kind of season opener between Fireridge Dudes and Pizzadog. I am Badger. I'm joined by Sasquatch, and if the last minute is any indication, we are in for a hell of a Dota game.
So yeah, as I was mentioning, Alk with the Mage Slayer queued up.
I'm looking at it right now. That's a very active item. You mentioned the whole sort of Vanguard Radiance earlier, which is very sustainable, very farm heavy, very conservative sort of build in that sense. Versus this Mage Slayer is a very active item. It almost implies he wants to be man fighting a hero like Invoker. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean also this is just a terrible Vanguard game. I don't know if he would even go it on the new patch, but certainly not against like this almost entirely magic damage lineup from the Radiant. Vanguard seems pretty poor choice. This Mage Slayer is interesting. I've been seeing a lot of people picking it up. It's not that expensive. You'll have it pretty quick. Oh, as I say that though.
He changes the Vanguard.
As I say that though.
It's the classic. We analyzed the Mage Slayer for like 45 seconds. We're like, yeah, it's a good decision. This is why he's not coming Vanguard. And then lo and behold, he's gone back to the classic Vanguard.
I was, like maybe just like show up the fights and just like tag the Timber in the fight and like nullify him or something. Basically, but yeah, I guess he going for the tried and true, queuing up the Vanguard. He'll get it very quick, and then he'll be pretty hard to kick out of lane. The regen will be very nice against the Timber, just like to stay in lane if that's his intention.
This is an interesting bottom. You see Notorious, he's grabbing the range creep. He took a lot of damage to do that, nearly half his HP to get that range creep last hit. I think potentially this Mars Lion can punish him if he tries it again. Just straight up kill him.
Yeah, I forgot to mention it, but Lich is one of Notorious's best heroes by far. I forget what level he is on it, but it's pretty high.
I think that's 30.
Is he level 30?
It looks like 30 to me, the symbol, so...
Yeah, I believe it, because he was 25 back on my already 12 team.
Oh, he's 26, okay, he's 26.
Well, either way, it's a classic for him. He loves playing Lich. He's like one of the 10 players in Dota.
I know two of them.
Give me Lich.
I know two of them. What's wrong with me?
Yeah, I feel like it's weird that I know one, so...
I'm also friends with Panella, who is literally level 30 Lich, which is, very degenerate.
See Xeriscape going for the vertical pull here. It looks like he has successfully done a half pull, which is pretty good, all things considered. Skyward is being ran down,
Yeah,
running to his
Jingu
Omni.
popped. But it's a good Heavenly Grace, though. It purrs off the stun immediately. Perfect little time there from Xeriscape. No first blood quite yet. We'll have to wait a little bit longer. I'm actually a little bit shocked that Skyward's doing as well as he is. I mean, he's currently 10-0 CS, which is tied for the lead there. I thought in this Timber Alk matchup he may be struggling a little bit, but so far he's played the lane pretty well. I suppose experience is paying off, because this has to not be his first time playing against the Timbers on lane.
Yeah, definitely not. Now, they should not let Skyward walk to the secret shop. He should have to ferry out his Ring of Health. And he is sending the courier. Oh, he might just be dead here.
Jingu once again is popped. He will walk away again, though Xeriscape is taking a good bit of damage. So no first blood in the top lane, though a lot of HP has been expended. There's no regen left on either of those two heroes now.
This is just a brutal lane. Double melee into Monkey King plus Timbersaw when they're double strength. It's like they're both just... It's like the best condition for Monkey and best condition for Timber.
It's a bit of a lane from hell there in that sense. Yeah, it's not a fun time. We're seeing in the bottom, it's a similar sort of situation where right now the offlanes are being a bit overpowering, though not as strong, obviously, as that Monkey and Timber situation. We are seeing currently the Lion and the Mars win that lane bottom. Skyward, once again, is very low top lane. He's being run at. Bounce Strike is there, though Heavenly Grace was used by Xeriscape in time. So once again, no first blood, but once again, they were just simply out of regen in that top lane.
I don't like how he turns purple when he gets Heavenly Grace. It makes me think he's like maledicted or something.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, wait, there's no Witch Doctor, right? What's going on over here? I mean, I know they changed Omnia's color back in the day from blue to red. And he's got some like blue paint laying around. He's combining with this red pigment there, but that's just weird. Now, we've not looked too much at mid lane so far this game. Fatalness is going, unsurprisingly, a Quas Wex build on the Invoker this game. Currently, he is relatively even in CS with being used, ever so slightly ahead. But once again, relatively even mid lane so far.
I think the person having the most trouble on the core perspective this game is the Jug. He just seems to be getting pressured a lot. Maybe on the waves and like just having trouble getting all the same CS as the rest of the cores in the game.
That was part of the thing that the Tractors used against this team in the preseason. It was like, hey, is Envy a good last level carry? Obviously, he's more used to playing in these article type leagues where he's one of the better carries. But now this is the big leagues, you know? This is your 6.3k average team sometimes, where it's certainly a step up from like your 4k average teams. We're going to see how Envy adapts in that sense. Toppling the cut, taking a lot of damage. Bounce Strike is there on 2, so once again he fully heals now as well. Completely fine. Now the Dire end up losing that trade thanks to the Jingu and the Bounce Strike combo. Meanwhile, bot lane, we see 2 Couriers actually dying. ET there on the double Courier spree, but mid lane, Bingu on the dive, draws first blood, ends up dying to the tower, it appears. No, he does not. Meanwhile, bottom lane, it is Lich who's being gone on. Sheepstick and ET are there. Notorious will go down. Meanwhile, Envy wants to go for a spin play. It's level 2 spin, looking for Sheepstick on that Mars. Is there enough damage? Seems to be just enough. No! Perfect stun there from ET. Now the salve is used by Mars. Sheepstick will walk away, so fantastic across the map there for the Dire. They claim 2 kills and 2 cures as well as the first blood.
Yeah, a good dive on the mid lane by Bingu. I actually thought he would have suicided there just to like respawn and get full bottle full health, but he ends up getting a rune, which is pretty nice too. Just the leftover rune from the 3-minute timer.
He just got 3 bounty runes across the map, so that's a lot of regen there to just simply heal up good bits. He was very close as well to that rune from just diving all the way over here. I did not expect that dive middle lane. I was not even aware of it.
Full 6 timing on Void Spirit's always a spooky one, because it's just like a lot of burst and gap close.
Makes sense. I was just so used to not looking at mid lane after the first like 5.5 minutes of nothing happening. Now mid lane is exciting. We're seeing a bit of brawling, but this time Fatalist is A-OK. Will not go down quite yet.
Alk is in the jungle with his Vanguard.
Nothing too shocking in that sense.
Hitting some creeps with no mana. It's kind of a feels bad man having no mana on Alk. You pretty much just always want to have mana so you can spam acid spray.
Ooh, Bingu looked for Ka, knew he was in the tree somewhere, but was 1 tree off, I believe, and, well, Ka simply walks away, leeches Skyward's experience, and just simply looks the bot of the Alchemist right now.
Yeah, and Alk is cutting every tree known to man now, because...
Bottom lane, though, will be a kill there onto Envy, ET, and Sheepstick once again went in. ET dies, so there's a trade 1-for-1. They want the Mars, though, the TP and both the Invoker. And I believe the Monkey, though the Monkey's TP was cancelled, I believe. Now Cold Snap, Urn are there on the Mars. They want to get this kill down. Sheepstick's running out, trying to get to her tower in time, and should be A-OK. Tornado indeed is on cooldown. Spear even is thrown out, so once again there is another 1-for-1 trade, which I'm sure the Dire is very, very fine with. Envy, once again, still is struggling there on that jug.
Ka trying to steal the creeps, but missing the Boundless Strike, so Alk gets it anyway.
That's an opportunity for Skyward to all chat if he wanted to hit him with the easiest money of my life, but instead it's Phoenix who does.
Ka's all chatted himself as well.
I guess he's in a good spirits, you know, he missed the CS, but he's still all chatting.
Yeah, I mean, it's just funny, because you're like, you and the Alk know what happened, but nobody else is looking at it usually or whatever.
You were, though. You were watching. You were ready for that one.
Casters are sometimes looking.
I was looking bottom lane. I thought bottom lane was where the fun was being had, but you know what? Even though the action was bottom, the fun was in the Dire's jungle.
Looks like some fun's about to happen to ET right now.
Yeah, he's being gone on by Envy and Fatalist. The spin is there. ET's trying to run away, but he seems to have accepted his death. He will end up dying there through the... She perhaps not... Yeah, never mind. He still dies.
Bingu TPing top, looking to kill this Timber.
Yeah, Bingu has double steps, and Zeri's running on over, but, well, Timbersaw is a Timbersaw, needs a perfect remnant, and will hit it, actually, but the damage still will be lacking.
The
there
beast.
Will be no kill.
Yeah, it was kind of a weird rotation. I mean, just Omni Void, that's kind of, you know, I mean, maybe if you catch him under tower, but, like, it's pretty hard to get that kill.
And now over in the bottom lane, they actually are going on to Mars, it appears, but never mind, it's a Mars. Thought for a second they were going.
Oh, this is not good for Envy. He's going to get double stunned after this. They want this kill.
Yeah, the Mars unit is top. Fatalist has TP'd in with the Cold Snap and the Urn. Tornado comes in. Actually hits onto both now. Sheepstick is low. In comes Cut. Bounce Strike is there. ET goes down to the boss spot of Notorious. Meanwhile, the Sinister Gaze is up to get the field there for Fatalist. Meanwhile, in the top lane, they once again are running at the beast. He chains on away. Chakram's on the ground, but Bingu is chasing, though seems to lack some mana. Is there more? Probably not. The help is dead, though the beast is running on in further into enemy side territory. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, they see Skyward. They come on in with the Primal Spring. They want to get this Alchemist, perhaps.
He's got a Vanguard.
Yeah, he's a Vanguard, you're right.
He's chilling. But, I mean, ET just dying in the trees there to the right of the mid-tier 1 tower, immediately TPing bottom, and then they go on this jug adventure, you know, jug hunting adventure, and immediately Mars and Lion go down. Not the best series of events, I think. That would probably tilt ET if he was on my lads team, like last season we played together.
So,
but maybe he's doing okay.
There's good rotations there from the Radiant, though. They recognized, hey, our Jugs get double stunned if we let them get double stunned and die. They send in 4, and not only do they save their Jug to get 2 kills in return.
Yep, that's exactly what they needed to do. That being said, though, this is all space for the Alchemist, who is currently farming Ancient Stacks.
Yeah, looking over at net worth, nothing too shocking there. Alchemist is in the lead, considering he is indeed an Alchemist. Not by too much, though. The lead is growing minute by minute.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Let's check out bottom lane's action may break out. Omnislash is there onto the Mars, who's running to her team. Now the stun is there from ET onto Envy, though in comes Fatalist, but he is hexed by ET. Now the spin is there, in comes Cold Snap, in comes Frost Blast, down goes ET. Tissergate is there onto the Escape. Mars Unit is down on the ground, but Tornado's there on 2, into the Chain Frost, but it bounces badly actually. Now it's going back once again to the creeps. In comes Bingu, who has engaged with the steps, finds Fatalist. Chain Frost still is going. Now in comes that Guardian Angel from Xeriscape. Xeriscape is in the run, will go down. And now Envy is still low. Bingu is diving. Needs a few more hits, will not get it. Meanwhile, Ka and Notorious turn to Bingu. Bingu is low. Spear is there on the tree, but in comes the Beast from the upper side of the fight. Now engages. Find Bingu. Looks for Sheepstick, but once again ET is respawned. Chain misses. Chakram misses. Radiance are losing mana from the ET Lion, and now the Hex is there at the Timbersaw. The dive appears to continue. Ka still searches. Chakram is there. He's diving for ET by that tier 2 tower sort of area. Now he begins to retreat, tries to chain, but he's stunned by the ET. Spear is there. Back to the tier 2 tower even, but the Beast is still half HP. In comes Finger, down goes Timbersaw. At long last, they punish Timber on that long dive.
I'm so triggered. Like, that whole fight started bottom, and Timber TP'd mid, and then ran bottom after being top. Jug shouldn't be bottom defending this tower. Jug should be top farming. There's no one there. It's just the Alk also farming. And so, Timber farming top, TPing mid, and then running bottom, while Jug is fighting, means that Alk is just free farming during this entire time. Why is Ka on this hill, by the way?
He was D-warding on that hill, said, you know what, I'm a monkey, I can see the high ground, I've got a sentry, I can D-ward. But Dire had 3 heroes nearby. It's like, you know what? We're going to avenge our ward. And they just kill Ka.
All Radiant needed to do there was just TP the Timber bottom to defend the tower. And Jug just goes in AFK farms to keep up with the Alk. But instead, they went on like this long series of battling. And all that time, Jug is not farming while Alk is. And it's just, you know, compounding the lead for the carry matchup.
Bingu actually goes in middle lane. It's in now a 1v3, though now steps in at the second step. He is a little bit low, but now has teammates coming. Sheepstick has arrived. The arena is there. Onto Timbersaw. Spears there as well. In comes EMP. Will drain the mana, I believe, only of Bingu. Chainfrost comes in, bounces to Sheepstick and to ET. Now in comes the Beast. Shot comes on in, kills Bingu. Chainfrost still is bouncing. Back to Sheepstick, who is still barely alive. But Xeris can't pick up the heal off in time. Now he runs away to the right towards the Stride Camp, but well, the Radiant have 4. They will bring down Xeris. It's 3 kills for the side of the 5 above average dudes.
Apes together, strong.
Indeed, they are quite strong, and they are certainly together, diving. Actually, not really a dive. There's more just they're kind of going over and fighting.
I mean, basically what happened is the Timber, the Bingu used all his spells, and then, Timber looked like he was overextending, so Dire committed on him, but then Radiant showed up in force, and Bingu had no spells, so they couldn't kill the Timber. And they just turned. Apes together strong. They had more members of the Ape party together than the Dire. But Alk is still farming. Almost has a Radiance. They are looking to gank him right now, which is a good plan. I do like this plan.
Yeah, they have smoke. They know he's there. In come both supports of the Radiant. Skyward runs away towards the tier 2 tower, but he's gazed back into Notorious. 4 hit the Alk, and the Alk once again goes down. Fantastic kill there for the side of the Radiant. The exact kill they need to slow down this Alchemist's farm. And they look for more. Tornado is there, but now in steps Bingu. Finds Notorious, now steps away to the right. Meanwhile, the Dire focus the Invoker. Invoker is low. Wukong's command is there. Radiant try to fight in the Wukongs. Dire run down in the way towards the river. ET, though, appears to be in a little bit of danger. Chakram, though, misses. Sunstrike misses. We've seen Ka is in the arena now. He now dies to Bingu. Omnislash is used, but it's to very little damage. Radiant once again look for the Mars of Sheepstick, who's bound up in the Roshan pit. She now runs up and to the left, but in it comes her teammates, but down goes the Mars. Now Tornado hits Void Spirit in the Roshan pit. Radiant want to perhaps kill Bingu. Meanwhile, there's Hex there onto the Timbersaw, who's running once again at Bingu, but now Tyre run away, Radiant run away, and both teams appear to be done with the team fighting.
Yeah, they got Alk, and they didn't really suffer too many casualties. So that was pretty good for the Radiant, all things considered. If they just keep brawling and they make the Alk come to the fight, that's perfect. They just don't want the Alk farming while they're brawling, which has been what's happening up until that moment. Now Alk is going to get his Radiance, though, and so the battles will become a little bit more considered. If they don't find Alk alone, and he doesn't get every spell used on him, he might just live through the burst, and then suddenly the fight's going to be way harder for the Radiant.
And right now he's 64 regen per second with the Vanguard and the Chemical Rage. That's level 1 Chemical Rage. Add in that level 2 Rage, and well, it's going to be an overwhelming quantity of regen if they don't immediately burst him. Meanwhile, in the... Oh, never mind.
Oh, this is a crazy pause, because they see that wiener dog career on the monkey, and like they're clearly trying to kill him. So this is one of those pauses where everyone's like, well, do this with your spells and do this.
Yeah, we're about to see a huge fight break out, perhaps, in the dire side jungle. They see Ka, who will actually go away. Meanwhile, the Yules and the Remnant is there. On to Thanos in the river. Daedalus should go down here. He's hexed. However, Tornado hits on the 2. In comes the Beast Finger, though, kills Daedalus. Now, Sheepstick looks to engage. Chainfrost does not bounce, though. Now, Timbersaw is trying to stay alive. The gaze comes in, but now Bingu steps over looking for Notorious. Meanwhile, Spin is there in the river towards Sheepstick. The Mars Marine is there with the 1. It is Envy. Meanwhile, in the dire side jungle, it is Bingu fighting 2. Back to Envy. He's once again man fighting Sheepstick. Ka has balance right there onto the Mars. Meanwhile, it's Timbersaw who chains on in. Notorious goes down the stairs, skips damage. Back to Envy. He's once again on the run looking for Sheepstick. Back to Timbersaw. He is hexed by a lion on the dire side of the map still. Back to Sheepstick. Sheep is away. And back to the Beast. He now walks away. And the fight was very chaotic. Ended up being
Alchemist.
2 kills.
Back the Alchemist, he's still just farming.
He's just once again having the greatest time of his life.
Yeah. By the way, did you see how after that unpause, they immediately just jumped the Invoker on Bingu and like their whole squad? No way that happens without that pause. That pause, which was from the Invoker himself, like totally griefed him, because they were just like, oh wait, Invoker's under our ward, we can just instantly kill him, and that's what they did.
So a bit unfortunate, yeah. We are though seeing in the dire side jungle, dire smoke, I believe is 3. They're looking for Envy, who's very low. He's now spinning away though. Meanwhile, it's Ka, who's hexed by ET. By the shrine, the Beast engages, Sunstrike hits, ET is low. Meanwhile, it's Ka, who's man fighting 2, trying to route the Boundless Strike. Now Ka gets stepped down in by Bingu, goes down, and now Dire. R's 4. The Beast is nearby the periphery, but I'm not sure if he wants to fight that one. But they're going to fight on him, it appears. His courier will go down, perhaps. We're seeing a step, though, onto Notorious in the river. Notorious will indeed go down eventually. Back to the Beast. He's fighting ET and Sheepstick. Hex is there from ET onto Timbersaw. Mars has Spear and Arena. Will use both, perhaps, or perhaps not. The Remnant is there onto the Beast from Bingu, who arrived from the river. Chakram is there onto ET. The Earthspike is there. Timbersaw is once now in that 1v4, but in come the Cavalry. It's the Invoker and the Lich. EMP comes onto the ground. The Beast is low, but Dire are splitting. Now Radiant pursue, step on in from Bingu. The Arena is there on to 3 in the fight. It's pretty fantastic. Chakram's coming. Guardian comes in. Dire are sustaining. But the Chainfrost is damaging. Once again, it's the ET stun there onto the Lich. Lich is low. Sheepstick is low. Invoker is low. Serious Kid goes down. Fatalist goes down. Sheepstick goes down. It's turning now into a disaster for the Dire. Perhaps they're now on the run. It's Bingu and ET, who are not seen though. So they will walk away.
Dude, what a Chain Frost. That Chain Frost just like full to 0'd the Omni. It was like almost all of the bounces, I think. Maybe 1 short or something.
It's a very important Chain Frost. It's all in some previous team fights as well. It didn't bounce very far or bounce to creeps. This one, though, was just constantly back and forth from the heroes. It was like, all the damage.
At some point during that fight, Envy was like, I'm going bottom to farm. And I think that was the correct decision, because he just needs to be keeping as much parity as possible with Mr. Alk, who has been farming this entire time.
Yeah.
And almost has a BKB.
Oh, dear.
And presumably with BKB, it is time to fight for the Alk. You might just use it as like a farming defensive item and be like, I can farm really aggressively now and they can't do anything. And if they go on me, maybe my team is behind me. Like that kind of playstyle. But if he wants to show up with like a smoke and fight with his team, I think that's also possible. Look at these stacks. Just unadulterated triangle farming. And Alk's almost double the closest net worth at this point. Not there yet, but approaching.
The funny part is I actually didn't even know which tri-camp you're referring to, because both of them were being farmed out, stacked tri-camps by both the Jug and the Alchemist on their side of the map. Oka is playing a little bit with fire. He will, though, Primal Spring away from the danger. though Dire want to engage, perhaps. Bounce Strike is there on the Xerxes from the Radiant side jungle. Meanwhile, the Arena is there onto the Invoker. In engages ET. They want to get Fatalist. The Remnant is there from Bingu. Chain Frost bounces. Gaze comes out, but in comes Bingu. Stepping on into Cub. Wukong is now on the ground. Notorious goes down. Spin is out. The out is Mana fighting. Tornado misses. Now the Hex comes on in. Timbersaw is speared. Sunstrike hits onto the Lion, but Dire engage again. Concoction comes out for a little bit of stun. Bounce misses, but Chakram hits. Xeriscape survives for now, though, and the Finger now kills the Beast. Dire, look for more. It's a Blink Spear onto Envy's Jug. Jug will go down, and now, under the Radiant Tier 2 tower, Bingu engages onto Fatalist. Yules was there. God's Rebuke is there. Fatal now is Ghost Walk. As she walks away, there's simply a lack of detection. Now Ka has Boundless Strike, misses Boundless Strike, and Tree dances away from the danger, but still for the Dire, it is a team fight W.
Looking a little too strong with that BKB timing there. He kind of just walked into them. And now they're setting up vision around Roche, or at least dewarding. I wonder if they're going to consider it soon. Elk going for a blink. So more aggression from the Elk. You know, he's not trying to go for like some bigger item that takes more farming time. Blink means I can fight now.
He can, of course, turn it into a Swift Blink later if he wants to, so it's not like it's going to really be an issue for his scalability. It's both good for now and for later.
Despite the Elk having above double net worth of the closest person now, besides, I think, Bingu. I do think if he dies once or twice, suddenly Radiant is back in the game. They just need to kind of find them alone or, like, good timing.
We're seeing the Dire side smoke in the river. They're engaging towards the Radiant Secret Shop. The Beast may be in danger. He's now hexed. Now we're seeing an Arena there onto two. Chain Frost comes on in. Envy's Drug Dog goes down. Chain Frost still bounces, but the Lich, his life will be forfeits. Dire pursue, looking for more. They look for Timbersaw under the Tier 1 tower. He's now shading away towards his base, but Dire know he's there. It's a Blink Stun there from Skyward. Into the Simile, into the Lion Stun, into a death there on the Beast. It's 3 kills for Pizzadog, and they certainly will claim that top Tier 1 tower as well.
Yeah, and they can honestly even walk in the Roche here, I think. Not using the BKB on Alk, that's pretty much the only timing I think they care about. Is Alk's BKB. Because as long as he doesn't die, they can't really lose. And Drug just being dead means he's not going to be scaling anymore.
This is it's looking like a bit of a concerning game, as you mentioned. I mean, this Alk is just so strong. I'm a little bit concerned though. I mean, they need, obviously if they can kill once or twice, it's good. But just how do they kill Alk other than say 5-man smoke and can find him alone? Wait, never mind. We're seeing a Lime is being gone on. In is the Radiant side jungle. Fatal and Ka are there. Tornado comes in. Lion indeed will go down, it appears. Xeriscape has Heavenly Grace and Guardian Angel, but ET dies regardless. Now in steps in Bingu, looking for more. Remnant misses. Radiant runaway to the left, but Dire wants to still fight. In comes the Beast, but in comes Sheepstick. The Gaze is there onto the Omni Knight. Omni Knight will go down. We're seeing an Invis Mars, so it's the Arena there onto 3. In comes Bingu, step as well. In comes Skyward with the stun. Down goes Fatal. Down goes Cub. They both buy back. They want to fight. Notorious hits the Chain Frost off, but he will die as well. Now in comes Envy. Looks for a spin on Bingu. He steps away to the up into away. Now we're seeing Sheepstick, whose life may be forfeit. Indeed will be forfeit. The Omni Slash is there. Meanwhile, we're seeing Fatalist finds Tornado onto Bingu. Bingu is low. The Remnant is there. They want to get this kill. Battle Strike. Deafening Blast. The Deafening Blast will get it. Oh god, that was so close to missing.
Oh, that was like the clipping range, like the max range for a Deafening Blast.
That is, I was like, oh god, is he going to walk away? The answer is no. In Radiance, they smell a little bit of blood in the water, say, you know what, we use the buybacks, we have to pounce, we need the Roshan. Dire are aware, but it's not an easy stop. Oh, never mind, Envy goes down! E.T. Dota!
I mean, he knew they were roshing, he had no idea what Jug's health was, though, so it's just pure luck, but hilarious.
Now Skyward, by the Radiant Tricamp, engages, finds Ka. Bounce Strike is there onto both, but Ka should go down to the Radiant's burn quite soon. Meanwhile, it's Fatalist, man fighting with E.T. E.T. is Cold Snap, E.T. is Heavenly Grace though. Meanwhile, it's Ka, finally dead under Tier 2 tower. Now back to the Beast, chases E.T. with Fatalist, but now Xeriscape perhaps engages with E.T. onto Timbersaw. Where's the... Oh, the Alchemist is just diving deep onto the Lich. Dove from under that tier 3 Radiant side mid-tower and killed him. Dear God.
Yep. And I think that was Radiant's... I mean, Radiant made a good effort there. They took that fight bottom. They found people before the Alch was there, so they had like an initial good start to the fight. Then they committed their buybacks, which like secured that team fight victory and led to them going to Roche. But not being able to close out Roche means that now Dire's just going to take it. And ultimately, they're just down buybacks now with not too much gained, in my opinion.
It appears to simply be a forfeit Roshan. Aegis going to what appears to be Skyward, or perhaps actually, never mind, Bingu will get it instead. But regardless, Aegis is going to the Dire side with the Roshan gold, the Roshan experience, and all the other goodies associated. And, well, the significant lead grows further.
Yeah, that's one of those Aegises you just give to the like mid so they can dive and like set up kills, because you don't really think you can die on your own hero anyway. And I don't think you can really die either. I don't know if they can even chain stun him anymore. It has to be like really close. Otherwise, this BKB is just gonna get off. And if Omni's nearby, LL, I guess, like no shot.
It has to be completely isolated. Even like a not Omni or say like ET is there or Sheepstick is there, it's probably have to save the Alchemist still. By the time to get the BKB off in that sense, and then well, it's hard. Ooh, I'm not even sure. This is once again Dire congregating over in the Radiant Tri-Camp area. They perhaps want to get this this top 2-2 tower. The Beast is posted up, but this may be dangerous. Dire may just dive here. Concoction is there, but it's on to Notorious. Notorious will go down to the left of the tower, and now they find the Beast. They BKB, they Hex, they Spear, they Stun. They will bring down the Timbersaw. It's 2 kills once again for Pizzadog, and well... 5 dudes, they split heavily. They're in the mid lane, they're in the bot lane, they're in the top lane, but they will indeed begin to lose some... Never mind, no they won't. It's Dire who chase looking for heroes. They're splitting looking for kills. Though they will find none, they all TP away.
I don't know, I have this TPing here. It's nothing to farm. Should have just kept farming in the jungle. I mean, they just need the split because they need to scale up to the Alch.
Envy is in danger. It is Sheepstick with the Blink Spear there. Rebuke's there. Now Envy will die at his own Tri-Camp. His happy place is turned into his grave.
He needed to stay bottom. He TP'd from bottom to top just because the Void Spirit showed bottom, but it was really just the Void Spirit alone. So, like, defending the lane. I mean, they do need to keep splitting because the Alch is too strong right now, but if Jug scales, they will eventually catch up.
It is Kaldo who's being gone on the top lane by ET.
He can't die. He might just like chase him down. Call ET's bluff.
ET has a lack of spells currently. He has a Glimmer Cape, but actually there's a dust on God.
That Hex is scuffed.
He's a hexed fish sitting on a tree right now with Jingu. Now, well, in comes
Bingu. Now Cuz being greedy. Okay.
Good reactions there from Cuz. This is pretty hilarious, to be honest. But meanwhile, on the Radiant side Tri-Camp, it's possibly an engagement on the Notorious. Sheepstick is there at the Blink Spear in the arena.
Run, Notorious. Oh, the jukes. The jukes.
Misses, technically.
Why are you forcing that way? Oh, God.
Oh, the 2-man arena is there. Chainfox actually bounces onto Xerioscape and Skyward. It now bounces once again to Xerioscape. Notorious will go down on the Lich. Now, well, it's the Beast in a 1v4. He's hexed, he's stunned, he's mana burned, he's speared, and well, he eventually will go down. He'll try to chain, but it's into Bingu, who has a silence, and well, down goes the Beast of US East. 2 more kills for Pizzadog, and the lead, it just grows.
The Beast. Why does he have a Blink Dagger? He just bought out a Blink Dagger.
Huh. That's a very good question, actually. I have no idea.
I think he just needed to like make these Arcane Boots in the Aeon Disc or something so he can bait more. Or I don't know. It's like, it's really hard. The chain stuns is basically all they need to kill him now. He can't tank through it. The timing of being tanky man is over.
It's the time to be sad man who goes out chakram sometimes. Bingu is getting real ballsy. Dives under tier 4 towers looking to step on it and find Fatal perhaps, but does not work. But once again, no harm, no foul. That man has mobility abilities and an Aegis. That Glyph, though, actually dissuades Dire from high grounding for now. They will have to mine their lanes, perhaps. And they will mine their lanes. My question is... Oh, sorry, what were you saying?
I was just going to say, if I'm Radiant right now, I want to get cheeky wards out, so my Jug can just keep split pushing and spin TPing to get farm.
See, it's very late. I was going to ask. Is it just you keep split pushing, or do you try to like force some kind of engagement at this point?
Well, they're opting for the force engagement, and if they find people alone, like this guy, if they find the void alone, it's pretty great.
Yeah, they find Bingo in the mid lane. He engages with the Fatal, but in comes the Radiant. The Spear is there. The Fatal goes
no.
down. Well, it's not very good for the Radiant. The Radiant comes in on the 2. Omniflash is there onto the Mars. The Mars is, well, still alive. Guardian Angel is there. Dire continue to fight. Chain Frost comes in. It needs to be huge. Wukong's is there. Bingu goes down, but it's only the Aegis. Radiant, though, need much, much more. And, well, in comes Big Bad Skyward. Stuns there onto Ka, and now it's Envy, who's trying to spin away from Bingu. Dire, they're maneuvering. They kill Lich. They kill the Jug. They kill the Timbersaw, and, well, Lich will buy back, but the fight is turning into an utter and complete disaster. ET knows where Ka is, but Ka is a little bit too maneuverable, but the result is unchanged. Dire win the fight. They will go high ground. They have this game in the palm of their hands right now.
I like how Skyward still has this Vanguard. He's like, nah, I'm keeping this. It's my prized possession.
Maybe it's an Abyssal Blade one day. You never know.
I mean, they started the fight on Bingu there, but they weren't able to burst him with their initial start. And then Invoker, unfortunately, despite having BKB and Essence Ring, not able to cast either of them, and just gets blown up by like Spear, and I don't even know what blew him up there, but he just evaporated.
Well, we're seeing a step in Yules on the Taurus, on his own fountain. He gets absolutely blasted to the grave, and, well, I mean, it's Skyward with a Bloodthorn, and the Chemical Rage Berserk Potion, this Aghanim Shard, just hitting Tier 4s. The Beast engages, but, well, the inevitable will arrive. It's a stun, it's a silence, it's a brought down Timbersaw. Radiant try to fight, Envy engages, but, well, that man is just instantly destroyed. Bouncer Tornado are there, onto 3. Radiant try to fight, but, well, the inevitable has arrived. GG indeed is called.
I really think that game can be boiled down to like the initial movements from Radiant. Just how they opted to take team fights against Dire when Dire has a Jug or Alk farming the entire time. Like Jug being involved in fights and Alk not being involved means that Alk, who already farms faster, is gonna just stay more ahead. And the reason why that happened, I think, is because, well, initially Jug and Timber probably needed to swap lanes earlier. As soon as Timber kicked everyone out of that lane, Jug should come free farm it, and Timber should just defend against the aggression and like play against the strength heroes of Dire. And then, I mean, they made one good smoke move on the Alk, but that was pretty much it. So, not enough pressure towards Mr. Alk. And then all of a sudden, he has doubled net worth.
Seems to just be some Alchemist Dota 2 for you right there. Bit of a...
Yep.
They simply didn't recognize, hey... Or maybe they did just fail to execute on stopping the Alk in this case.
No, I think Alk will be banned every game against this team going forward because it is just their comfort to the extreme, and you shouldn't just give teams exactly what they want every game and let them play what they're most comfortable with.
I'm just hoping that... I mean, not just the banning of the Alk, I just hope they just mix it up completely, because we saw... I mean, it was a decent Timber performance, but it's not like a sort of the beast hero, you know what I mean? You almost sort of expect a sort of hero is going to be a strength hero, blinks in, stuns things, has a sort of absolute unhinged aggressive potential to allow his teammates to kill things. But Timbersaw is almost like a different sort of hero, where he's like a self-contained, I tank things with reactive armor, I own a lane for, say, 12, 13 minutes, and then I just use Chakra or something. It doesn't feel like a beast hero, you know what I mean? Doesn't feel like it. I am not in on this man playing Timbersaw.
I think just if they... I mean, I think they just need a little more catch as well. Like, it doesn't feel great having Invoker Timber do a core, because Invoker can like start fights with Tornado, but there are better single target instant cast abilities in the Dota 2 game for like starting fights. Void Spirit and Lion and Mars are all much better fight initiators than any hero on the Radiant. So it's just way easier for Dire to start fights.
Well then, that is interesting. They had their choice of pick or side, and Pizzadog chose Dire over second pick, so we may see a back-to-back second pick game for 5 dudes on Radiance, and then of course first pick for Pizzadog on Dire. Did not expect that. That's interesting. There's something I want to note though in the middle of the break here between games is I'm like my mind is being messed with what I'm casting right now. Let me explain why. I got some a little bit of coaching from your friend and my friend ET on casting, and he gave me some very good advice, and I know what to do, but it's more implementing it as I'm saying other words is messing with my head right now.
I see.
Where it's like there's certain like directional cues and certain words that should be said to like. In a sense, the way he described it to me, right, is you want to be able to listen to a team fight, eyes closed, and know where everything is. And I'm like, man, I don't do it very well, do I? And now it's like,
I don't
all right.
know. I need to try closing my eyes and listening to you cast Badger to see if I get a visual, you know.
Where it's like, all right, I know where the main action is. Clearly, I'm saying the words where the main action is, but where's, say, I don't know, Jakiro in the periphery? He's casting Ice Path. Where is it from? We're seeing, say, I don't know, a Void Spirit. That's what I tried to do it a couple times in the last team fights, and it's fun to work on. You know, it's fun to try to improve because I think I'm pretty good, but pretty good is not good enough. I gotta be really good. You know.
True. I'm gonna take this moment to go feed my dog really quick.
You go for it. I'll be here.
She's
and
hungry.
You do that, and then when you come back, I will grab some water. I'm not gonna leave the stream alone though. I will keep the people company. This is certainly not the first time I've done this. Keep the stream company between games. But we are indeed, though, jumping on in to game number 2 of this 2-game melee between Pizzadog and the 5 above average dudes. Pizzadog won game 1. It was a somewhat competitive, but certainly a one-sided result. Pizzadog had their draft, they executed their draft, and 5 dudes, well, they didn't stop it, I suppose. We will indeed, though, see a little bit of a different drafting phase immediately. As Sasquatch aptly mentioned, Alchemist should be banned against this team, and while they first banned the Alch, they also joined it with a Lycan ban. Pizzadog, once again, first phase bans Sven. I'm going to look up the banning phase from last game real fast so we can see what the bans were real fast. So last game, the bans were 5 dudes, first banned Coddle into Lycan, Pizzadog banned Wisp and Sven. So Omni is banned, so Coddle is open. Coddle is first picked by 5 dudes. Io is available, and it is indeed first picked by Pizzadog into the Gyrocopter. So it's the classic Io Gyro combo of patches of old. Still, of course, pretty good. Gyro did get a little bit nerfed in the previous patch, but a lot of his late game potential is still there. I play a lot of Gyro. In my opinion, Gyro is weaker before level 15 now, but stronger afterwards with the new talent changes. So perhaps if they can once again get to a good start, do as a lot of teams do in this patch, do the classic tri-camp stacking, we may be in good spots. Speaking of tri-camp stacking though, Radiant have Coddle. If the Coddle is 4, he can obviously stack camps for a carry. If he's mid, he can easily clear the small and the hard camp at the tri-camp from the middle lane. It's a little less on the Radiant side, but it's not too bad still. This is certainly a different draft. I like this draft. I like that it's different already, having this Coddle type hero. Question is, how does it end up working into this new style of draft from Pizzadog? Before it was the carry fundamentally AFK farmed during the chaos. It was the Alchemist who farmed. Now it's Gyro, who probably won't be farming necessarily alone all the time. He'll be playing this sort of play with the IO type Dota, which means potentially if Pizzadog grab a couple good ganking heroes, you can turn like a 1-man blink gank into a 3-man gank immediately. There's a lot of interesting dynamics. Radiant grab a Tiny, which is interesting. Certainly a flex hero, can be 2, can be 4. The Beast loves playing at 3, so they have 3 Tiny players in the Twins and the Beast. You can, of course, bring out that Rockman Tiny, of course.
10 seconds remaining.
It is, of course, run out into that second ban phase. It is a Nyx ban, which is not too shocking. I know a lot of Coddle players think that Nyx is the hardest counter to Coddle. And honestly, Nyx is probably the most simple counter to Coddle. There's heroes who counter Coddle, but you have to like have a brain to use it. Nyx is kind of just walk into the abilities, cast Carapace, then cast Mana Burn, and then Nyx is just owning Coddle right then and there. So nothing too particularly shocking in that sense. Looking over at Dire side ban, speaking of things that are not shocking in the slightest, they ban out Kuz, best hero. He is the Earth Spirit. He is for those who are unaware, Ka is one of the most notorious Earth Spirit spammers in the NA pubs sort of level Dota, where he's like 7.1k or something, has this ungodly quantity of Earth Spirit Dota games. So if anybody plays like 6k, 7k, 8k Dota, they're aware of this man. They're aware of Earth Spirits. Maybe not the pros, but like the sort of like semi-pros and amateur Dota players like this, they're very aware of the color Spirits. Other than that, though, it's a Beastmaster, Nightstalker, and PL ban. So, of course, both teams saying, you know what, we're going to ban out roles which the enemy team does not have that we have. It almost suggests that Radiant will indeed be playing this Tiny 3, considering the level of banning out offlaners they're currently doing. Which, of course, would be fun. You love the Beast playing Tiny offlane. It is the classic. I fell in love with the Beast, with him playing a Tiny offlane. He went off, had like a 12 KDA, which is blinking on dudes under towers. I was sold on this man. I want to see a vintage performance from the Beast. It would make me a very happy man. It's an immensely happy human being. I do, though, believe that that our man Sasquatch is still dealing with his dog. He actually was walking his dog earlier. He's now feeding his dog. When he comes back, we'll indeed get some more water, as I've drained. I have a little bit of water left, but if the game goes any longer than like 30-40 minutes, I certainly will need a lot more water than I currently have, so hopefully he returns to us in the near future. But in the current time, we have some pick phase going on. It is the 15 pick for Pizzadog. Could be their 4 support, perhaps. They did, though, last game. I believe they picked their mid at 15, being that Bingu Void Spirit. And this time they'll go for the more traditional option at 15, being that 4 support. It is the Tusk for ET, an ET Classic. Certainly one of his best heroes. Certainly one of his flashier heroes as well. I mean, he played it quite well with Dark W. And Dark W, well, I guess he played pretty much everything well with Dark W, but certainly when he played Tusk, it was a standout hero when he had those chances, so. Now here on Pizzadog, I mean, it's potentially a good old time to play that hero here. Looking over at the Radiant, though, they now see... They're starting to see this draft come together, so you know what, we're going to grab our Jakiro. Now we have some options. Could be Jakiro 5, Jakiro 4, could be Coddle 4, Coddle mid, Coddle 5 even, could be Tiny 2, Tiny 3, Tiny 4. They're leaving a lot of versatility in the draft. There's a lot of ambiguity in the way their draft is constructed, and I like that. It means that for Pizzadog, we have to pick a key core hero, probably their offlaner right here at 18. Wait, what? Did they do it wrong? Huh. Ah, okay, never mind. They chose first pick. Interesting. I didn't even notice that. I did not even notice that. They do, though, grab a less ambiguous hero in that Faceless Void for the carry pick for Envy. They also have a good number of things they can throw into the Chrono. Jakiro's everything, Coddle's everything. If Tiny gets the Aghanims, that Tree Volley, chuck it all in there. You got great old time there for our man Faceless Void and his Chronospheres. And with a hero like Io who has Relocate, potentially they could be relocating into a Chronosphere if the Radiant are prepared. So it could be a rough time there for Dire in terms of what they're trying to accomplish with their game plan. It is, though, a Storm Spirit pick for Pizzadog, so as mentioned, it's a lot of pick-off potential. You know, Tusk will buy a Blink at some point. Storm is a pick-off hero once he has some good items, like, say, Orchid in there. Obviously, Ballning always a great tool to gank heroes. Chuck in the Io Gyro relocates, and lots a lot of pick-off potential there for our man Bingu on Storm Spirit, that's for damn sure. Has Sasquatch returned yet? He has not. Okay, I'm going to gamble right here, right now. Hopefully he comes back. Going to grab some water real fast. Do I have a little text UDI? Yeah, I'll be right back. Probably the wrong time to leave, but you know what? You'll see on the screen what's happening. I'll be right back. Oh, got my drafts. What is that? That is an invoker for Fatalness again. Sasquatch back yet? I am back. I am back to the action. I've grabbed my water. I am ready to go. We do, though, have an invoker pick for the side of 5 above average dudes. It is the repeat performance there for Fatalness. Possibly an XOR-oriented build this game. Thanks TX for the sub, by the way. I appreciate that. The draft, though, is finished. They will grab a real flavor of the meta hero. That is the Vengeful Spirit, to be played core, to be played 3 in the offlane, 4 shapestick. As made famous by Shao 8, among others, of LGD fame. This is a really interesting game, though, a really conflict of styles. I think if Radiant are coordinated enough, they can really get some stuff going here with this Faceless Void teamfight combination into Cataclysm, Deafening Blast, Meteor, Macropyre, Ice Path, Dual Breath, Illuminates, Will-O-Wisp, Tiny Avalanche, Tree Ball. There's a lot of spells you can chuck into that purple spherical sort of object. But Dire have some immense teamfight dodging potential. They can do a lot of pickoffs. They can do a lot of split pushing. They can really, say, catch a hero errantly alone and kill him. Any hero alone that is showing on the Radiant side is in a bit of danger to, well, the entirety of this Dire side combo pretty much mine is Venge. But Venge, of course, is a good counter to that Faceless Void. Get the wrong hero in a Chrono, then we'll swap in Venge. It's like, you know, Venge the core will kill Venge. Except Venge will have Aghanim Scepter. So you could just use your life to do things, and then die, and then still play Dota because you're Vengeful Spirits. It's real exciting Dota 2 there. I, though, for one, probably prefer this Dire side draft. I think given what happened last game, stylistically, I think this Dire side draft will do a very good job of simply outmaneuvering the map. And that is my concern there for the 5 above average dudes. I'm going to put a Twitch prediction on the screen if anyone wants to do it. Just do a who will win game 1 thing. Sorry, who will win game 2, I should say. There we go. Should be on the screen now. If you are just joining us, though, welcome to game number 2 of a 2-game melee between the 5 above average dudes and the Radiants and Pizzadog on the Dire. If you missed game 1, Pizzadog won game 1 in fairly dominant fashion. They picked Alchemist. It went pretty well. And now game 2, well, they want to turn it, of course, into a 2-0, but the 5 above average dudes, of course, want to once again make it a 1-1. Much like last game, they are 5-man smoking. This time into the Dire side jungle. They are shallow, they are warding. they're perhaps searching for somebody. But right now, it's Skyward who is, as he should be, way safe from the rest of the team while by that dire side tri-camp. I am joined by Sasquatch. Don't know quite where he is right now. He'll be with us soon, I'm sure. I'm sure. They once again, though, even though they have missed on the smoke gank, they want to still have that aggression. They are right now in the dire side jungle as 5. They put up another aggressive ward. It's 2 aggressive wards for the Radiant here. Getting vision in the dire side jungle for stacking, perhaps. Obviously, both Storm and Gyro want to play, like, right here at minute, say, 8. These wards will last for not the entirety of that time, but still. It is, though, nothing too shocking in terms of runes. It is 2 runes apiece for both teams. Notorious Ka grabbing them for the Radiant Sheepstick, ET grabbing them for the Dire. We're getting some shoutouts to Double King. Spelled in
shout out
by Ka. Speaking of Double King, he was casting last night with ET on ET's stream. I was watching that one. It's a fun time.
Streaming.
They were casting the BTS open quals for the Pro Series. They're casting DNM's team, and Double King was just flaming the shit out of his brother. It's a good time. Hey, you, welcome back.
Thank you.
The heroes are indeed on the screen. I got through the draft day, okay. Probably need some adult supervision, but it's too late now.
I like the Void with the Invoker and the Jakiro. And the Coddle Blast.
Yeah, it's a lot of teamfight combination there. I mean, everything on Rady can just chuck something into the Chrono. Especially when the Tiny gets an Aghanim Scepter at some point, then it's literally 5 heroes can throw everything into a Chrono. I'm a little bit concerned that Dire simply may have a great time dodging, though. That's my concern. Is they may simply dodge the entire game, as they did last game, and well, they once again have a pretty good hyper carry, so if they play out style and Radiant don't punish, it could be a great time there.
Also with Dire, even if their carry gets chronoed, they have to be concerned about the Venge. Or even a reload save, but the Venge is simpler. And the Venge will presumably go Ags, so she kind of just wants to die.
Bottom lane, that's a 2-man shards from ET. Notorious is in a little bit of danger. Tag team is there. The Jakiro will indeed go down. First blood is drawn by Sheepstick. ET even letting Sheepstick get the kill there, so good team play there from your old teammate ET. Meanwhile, mid lane Bingu is in danger. He's, I believe, 2 more hits in Fatal. And no, he will not get him.
That was pretty close.
What's going on top lane? Cuz being run at, though he does walk on away from the Gyro and the IO. Thanks to help, of course, the Beast of US East.
The Beast.
The Beast. I was having it bottom, but apparently Sheepstick was not happy with the proceedings. A little bit of all chat coming out there. Is Cod dead, actually? Is that enough damage? It didn't. Oh, it's not. 8 damage short there on that whole missile. Barely survives.
The circlets making all the difference.
The T1 tower regen as well, making the difference. The little things in Dota. You know, they call it, they say, what they say about Dota, right? They say Dota's a game of inches. It truly is true there. I mean, 8 HP, the little thing there, the little circlets, the little HP from the tower, add a few patches back. They all add up. Bottom lane, though, we're seeing a magic missile there onto Notorious into the tag team. Blue Breath is there, though, and Envy wants to take out the time dilation. Now they're running at Sheepstick, perhaps, who is quite low, but Envy will time walk away from the melee, so no deaths in either direction. And mid lane Bingu's being gone on kind of by Cold Snap, but he's tanky enough not to die this time. It's been a real exciting laning phase so far, though. A lot more action than last game's laning phase. All 3 lanes.
I think first blood was like at 8 minutes last game or something. Took a while.
Yeah, so, something like that. That was real late. A lot of almost kills, but the last almost kills are not kills.
I think Xeriscape just tried to stack 2 different camps, but missed both, unfortunately.
Speaking of first blood, it already happened, but mid lane we're seeing Bingu die anyways. I guess the first blood for the Radiant, in this case, it was Ka in the rotation there. Solarbind from the river with the help of Fatal, and well, good kill there.
Skyward is alone because Xeriscape TP'd mid to help, and Skyward has no regen because he's just been trusting Xeriscape to heal him. So now he just can't lane. That's pretty funny.
That's tragic. That's your worst case nightmare as a gyro player.
Now he's like, Gyro, come here, don't go to base. But wait, is he just gonna go to base? Okay, he's just going to base. So just keep stacking.
It's a nightmare. Like the worst thing for gyro is like being forced to lane before level 5, it appears. Where it's like at level 5 you can at least say, I can go jungle maybe, but he's level 4. He can't even go to jungle, he's just stuck walking to base. This is very sad.
With no boots too. Feels bad. Oh, Xeriscape did not deny his own word. He misclicked, so now Kai got the kill.
Yeah,
Xeriscape actually attacking the sentry by accident.
Well, the beast now engages on the skyward, it appears. Solarbind is there, but there's no tiny spells being used quite yet. Beyond the bottom lane, ET grabs Envy's courier, those being gone on by Chu. Ice Path, though, misses. Medic Missile is there in the sheer. Meanwhile, back to top lane. It's a rotation there from Fatal, and the Skyward indeed should go down here eventually. Cold Snap is still going. Back to bottom, the Taurus goes down on Jakiro as well, so Cold Snap is a 1-for-1. But, well, Radiant pick up a carry, Dire pick up a 5. Interesting.
I think that TP mid by Xeriscape was really consequential for the Gyro. Now he's kind of on the back foot. You know, he TP'd back to the lane and then died, so now he's running back, and he smoked himself just to get back to lane quicker.
That is incredibly tragic. He's level 4 still, too. He's not even level 5 yet. This is so, so tragic. This is certainly not the happiest game in the world for Xeriscape so far, where it's these little, it's like, alright, you should try to save your teammate, but by doing that, you damage your win condition. They will try to engage on the beast top lane. Holy Missile is there, but it's simply nowhere near enough damage. For the harass being thrown out, I suppose. First of all, one very good piece of news, though, for the side of the Dire is their Venge is already nearly halfway to Aghanim Scepter, so potentially Sheepstick can go make some crazy wild plays, create space there for Skyward to bingo the farm, especially Skyward. It's a 2v2 fight bottom lane. Tornado comes in, but MB will time walk away. Magic Missile was used, but now in comes Fatalist with TP'd on, and EMP is there. Will hit onto ET. Tornado will hit as well. ET should go down here. She is swapped by Sheepstick. Fantastic swap there, and well, Ice Path comes in, splits the wickets, nobody dies, and Dire get away there. Meanwhile, top lane, they head into Skyward. Solarbind, Avalanche Toss are used, but they're turning with the flat cannon. Ka goes down, but the beast kills the gyro once again. It's a 1-for-1 trade there, and one that I'm sure the beast is very happy with.
He's diving. The beast.
He's diving again, but meanwhile, bottom lane, Envy should go down here. They're diving. They want this kill. Envy's trying to escape past that, but no, it's not enough. Meanwhile, top lane, the beast goes for Xeriscape. No kill quite yet. He gets away. Bot lane again. The Taurus Ice Path is there. Kills ET. Sheepstick is trying to hide, but TP's away. Back to top lane again. Never mind. Nothing's happening top lane.
It's all chill. The beast tried, but Xeriscape was hiding in the trees. Envy not so lucky though.
I guess the big winner of the bottom fight there is Notorious, who gets to kill and gets some free farm, but it's a Jakiro, so I'm sure it's not that good for Radiance.
He got his boots.
Yay. They may
Storm
for a kill
taking mid. Yeah.
It is Snowball into shards, but there's no detection!
Well,
he ghost walks in time!
Okay. I mean, I don't even think they could have bursted him. They needed the detection. They needed to like have that extended chase. So yeah, that was a little silly. I thought they had detection. I just assumed, you know.
It's ET. You assume he's ready for the gank on a hero.
You usually have detection when you gank heroes with Invis. I don't know what's going on this game. Whoa, Chrono to defend the courier bottom.
The courier certainly is alive. Into the Ice Path. But in comes Xeriscape looking perhaps to save ET. Snowball is there onto Notorious. Interrupt a swap. Indeed, it is a swap. Magic Missile is there onto Envy. The neutral Centaur stomps there onto 3. Envy time walks away. Ice Path is there onto Revenge. Now in comes Phalos TP to the Shrine. Tornado's there on the 2, but now in balls Bingu looking for Envy. Envy goes down. Fatalist tries for Zero Escape, but he sticks. Liquefier is there, but Notorious goes down. The Snowball's there onto Fatalist, and the Invoker indeed will go down as well. It's 3 kills for the Dire once this one finishes, and indeed, Ka will at least get some vengeance.
The Beast!
But the Beast, that's the big engager, but he has no Blink Dagger. He's simply trying to chase on in here. It's Avalanche and Toss. ET is low, but is still alive. Now in comes Vortex from Bingu, and Dire simply will walk on away from the Beast. Even TP away from the Beast.
Oh.
You expect so much from the Beast there. It's like, the Beast arrives, kills will happen, but no, it's simply walk away from the Beast. He's too tiny right now. Pun intended.
I mean, Storm really salvaged that fight. I wish the Venge swapped. It doesn't even matter, but the Venge could have swapped one of the enemy heroes instead of the Tusk, and then the IO Tusk and the Venge could have teamed up on like the other person. But the Storm came and like cleaned up that fight in favor of the Dire, so it worked out.
Bottom lane of fight is once again breaking on App. Missile is there on Notorious. Now in comes ET with the Snowball. Snowball's in Zeroscape as well. The Beast is trying to save Jakiro, but well, it's simply not working. Quino comes out, but it misses a little bit between the two heroes. They will Avalanche toss though onto the Tusk, who is at least some vengeance to support for support trade. Is Radiant now on the dive, under that Dire Tier 1 tower. Magic Missile is once again there, onto the Tiny, the Cold Snap's there, onto the Cheap 6 Provincial Spirit. Skyward arrives. EMP misses. It's now diving the Tier 2 tower. Avalanche is there, but now Tyre are simply pursuing. Magic Missile's now there onto the Beast. Beast will go down. They now try to retreat into the Dire side tri-camp, but well, they swap Cub back into the rest of the Dire, and well, he's trying to run. He's very fast with those boots and his beard form, but inevitably, he will die. A very extended dive there, and they get nothing.
I feel like we saw the Beast in that exact same position as Timber saw the previous game. I don't know if you recall, but they were literally between the towers in that same diving fashion. And I think the Beast got out that time, but either way, it's like, I don't know why you guys are diving between these towers. These towers are not important to the video game.
This is
the hero kills, but
it's what he does. It's why it's fun to watch, but sometimes if he's having a rough night, he just dies like that. Mid lane knows where the fight's breaking out under that Radiant Tier 1 tower. Snowball, Walrus Punch. Ball in from Bingu. Down goes Notorious there on that Jakiro, and well, it will simply bob on away, and there's no kills there for the Radiant. Simply a death there on the Jakiro. Big pickup though for Tiny. Blink Dagger is online. Perhaps these plays actually will work now. Has to hope at least, or else this game will turn pretty one-sided pretty fast. Dire, though, in that Radiant side jungle are looking to engage. They see the Beast. They know he's there. The Blink has not arrived yet. ET wants to go. In comes Sheepstick. In comes ET. Snowball's there. Into the tag team. Ice Path and Necropire is there on the Tusk. Tusk is now low. Illuminate comes on in. Both go down. 2 kills for the Beast. Now in balls in Bingu. Finds the Beast. So it's a 2 for 1 so far. Tornado and EMP coming into Bingu. Bingu balls way in time. But he's out of mana. Ice Path comes in onto the Storm. Dual Breath comes in. They want the Storm. Zero Escape gives Bingu some mana. The ball away, but they once again are diving this T1 tower on the Dire side. Cold Snap. Deafening Blast. Ice Path. Can they kill? They have a Solar Bind. They're slowing. They're trying. He's balling. But it's now once again a T2 tie for the Radiant. They will want the kill. But they once again cannot find it. Sunstrike is missed. Jesus.
That max Illuminate with 3 nulls is pretty funny, I gotta say.
A lot of damage, and well, they may once again lose more retreat from the Tier 2 tower dive. Magic Missile's there onto Ka, and well, in comes ET, in comes Sheepstick, the Snowball is there. But now Radiant look to pursue. Chrono is there, but it's onto only well the Venge and his teammate Tiny. Zero Escape is now stunned. Down goes Sheepstick, down goes Ka, already dead. Zero Escape is now being gone on by 4, certainly will go down. They're trying to retreat to his own tri-camp, but it was very futile. This is a fascinating game. It's a truly fascinating Dota game right now.
Radiant really wants mid.
Well, the Beast once again finds a target. It is ET. He tries to snowball away, but in comes Bingu, in comes Scour. Ice Path is there on the 1, and Dire fighting their Tier 1 tower. Kill Fatalist, kill Envy, kill Notorious, it appears as well, and well, that did not work for them at all.
Oh, I know Fatal just doesn't like tips.
He's been
That
tipped
might be
now.
annoying.
He's been tipped now, so. Well, ET wants to go for more.
Oh.
It's Walrus Punch. It is help of 3 more teammates. Avalanche and the Blind Lay are there. If they find the beast once again, it's a Vortex, it's a Missile, it's a Death there on Tiny. Overall, they're 4 now dead on the side of the Radiants. That may have been a very pivotal team fight there.
Honestly, it was really ambitious pushing mid with like a Void with no Chrono. And like, you know, they're all of Dire is like getting ready to position there. And you have no real strong way to catch somebody unless the Tiny finds somebody. So I think just trying to push the mid tower there is a little crazy. Now they are back in kind of a farming pattern, which I think is better. And just casually pressuring mid. Oh, Relo! Oh, that's not a Relo. I thought that was a Relo for some reason. It was just Tiny TPing.
I got a little scared there for a second too. It's like, wait, relocate? I don't see it. Oh god, where is it? I'm missing the action now.
I thought it was just one of those relos where the sound doesn't work, which happens to me pretty regularly. So
That sounds like Dark to me.
They're forcing mid again with the catapults.
Our good old friend, the minute 15 siege unit. But Dire are set up as 3. The Beast may look to engage. Finds Sheeps. She finds
Ice Path.
Bingu instead. It's a Tornado, it's a Necropire, it's an Ice Path as well. Both may go down. No, there's no Ice Path in time. Now ET tries to run away, but Xeriscape is healing. The tower finally goes down. The Taurus and the Beast are both now target of the Dire. The Beast is low. Avalanche tosses onto Xeriscape and Bingu. ET and Bingu both go down. Xeriscape goes down, but so do Cut and the Taurus. The Beast finally dies as well, and it's a 3-for-3 overall fight. That's unbelievable.
The Storm had mana there, so I'm very surprised he like died. He got greedy and just balled like right next to the Tiny, and then the Tiny had Avalanche. I think they were caught off guard by the Caudal Chakra CD reduction on the Avalanche, and that tricked them.
Well, Envy engages the Chrono there onto, into Sunstrike, into perhaps a Depth there on Sheepstick, who is quite low but still alive. Tornado hits on Gyro. Now the T1 tower of the Radiant goes down, and Envy and Fatalist look to fight into Skyward. But the Venge Illusion is still fighting. They swap onto Fatal. Fatal has Ghost Walk, Envy has Time Walk, and now Ice Path is there onto the Illusion into the real Gyro. Gyro is being gone on by 3. Solar Bind, Illuminate are there into the Avalanche, into the toss. Down goes Skyward. And now it is Xeriscape who's relocated in to try to help, but well, he will simply die as well. But now it's Bingu who balls on in from long range, kills Envy, but he's Ice Path, he's Avalanche, he's tossed, and he will die. And they will try to get the illusion of Sheepstick as well, but well, it's real Venge now back. And they made us kill Venge. Ice Path is there, into Macropire, into Toss, over towards the Torius. Sheepstick swaps away, run towards the river, but well, that is a futile death, and it's Venge who did not tie in the illusion, but now ties in the real hero.
No.
Tries to kill Notorious, and will kill Notorious. But they at the very least will kill the Venge illusion, it appears. She swaps, but there's no way she lives here, right? Right?
Gotta stop him. She can throw a creep.
Right?
There's a heal. I mean, they got the EXP and gold. That's all that really matters. It doesn't even really matter if they kill the illusion.
Well, the Beast
is
pursues. He finds Xeriscape. He's now stunned by Sheepstick's Venge Aghanim's illusion, but in comes Skyward. Has the call down, hits onto Fatalness. Holy Missile's there onto the Beast as well. Dire, chase Fatal, the Invoker, goes down to the flat cannon damage of Skyward. And well, Dire, they have the illusion now chasing towards the Radiant side Tri-Camp. They want to go for more. Envy was there. Time locked away. We're seeing the Venge illusion now stun Ka on that Coddle. And now the real Venge is back. It's once again a refreshed Static Missile. And Ka, no, it's not a damage, it's a Blinding Light mischance. And now it's Envy and the Beast who are running away. They're tossing the Void away. It's Tiny now who's being swapped back in. The Ice Path, the Tool Breath, they're there. And now Dire are trying to retreat back to the Radiant side Tri-Camp. This is just fascinating.
Coddle's bottom now randomly.
This is just actually fascinating.
Coddle's like, fuck this, I'm going bottom, split push.
This is just... I mean, they're engaging him. ET's arrived. Launch Punch is there onto the Beast nearest Tier 2 tower. Macropire, Ice Path, come on in. The Beast is low. ET is low. Meteor, Deafening Blast, come down to Sheepstick. ET goes down. The Beast goes down. Sheepstick goes down. And now in comes Relocate. Skyward and Xeriscape. In comes Bingu, balling from long range. Down goes Sekiro. Tiny buys back. Invoker goes down. They're still batting the Tier 1, 2 tower. Envy is swapped in. Time locked out. Magic Missile is there. They want the kill on Fist's Void. But Bingu goes down to the buyback of Tiny. Avalanche toss the Storm Spirit there, but Skyward, big strong Gyro, still fights with the help of Xeriscape and Sheepstick Illusion. Illuminate comes on in, and Dire retreat into the Radiant side jungle, but the Avalanche toss from the Beast, but Xeriscape, he's still alive. The Home Missile comes in, stuns Tiny, but now in comes Envy, who is healed and has Chrono. Comes on in, Chrono there, only onto Skyward, and onto actually the Beast as well. Can they even kill the Gyro? Probably not. The Beast, Avalanche toss on Skyward, he's low, but Xeriscape, he heals. Now in comes Notorious, once again is back, but so is E.T. They're still fighting. Sheepstick respawns, down goes Skyward, down goes Ka. Ice Path comes in, hits on E.T., down goes the Beast. Envy, time walks away. Notorious is running, but Dire are pursuing through the Radiant jungle. Magic Missile, is there more damage? Is there time walk? Yes, there's time walk. He runs away. Ice Path, but misses. Blink in from E.T. Walrus Punch, down goes Envy in the facade of his tier 2 tower bottom. And now the shards come in on the Notorious. He's on the run, but he will go down. Tornado comes in on the 2, but well, Thanos cannot fight that one. And somehow, someway, Dire heavily win that team fight.
That Walrus Punch with the broom handle. It's a big punch range. That was a crazy fight. Dude, the Tiny did so much work there, just getting in and out of those fights and like keeping the chase going. And they did get the Gyro, and they killed the Storm. It was so long ago, but the fight was so long. They ended up killing cores. But then obviously the Dire ended up killing all their cores. So I don't even know. I'd have to look at the gold to see who was ahead, who came out ahead after that one.
Dire came out by about 2K on that one.
Okay.
Give or take. There's a buyback. It's actually a dieback technically on the Beast, so that's a lot of gold there lost on your Tiny. Even despite the dieback, he's number 2 in net worth. The Beast Tiny, man, it's so good.
The Beast. Yeah, he's always, both games he's been the most farmed, I think.
Well, Ka is in severe danger in the Radiant side jungle by a shrine, and well, his corpse will lie by his own shrine. Outpost, whatever. He's indeed dead, though, on the coddle. Is it weird that I still call the outpost a shrine, or is that, should I be with the times at this point?
I think I messed that up sometimes.
Well, top lane, they want to get Envy, though. Hood Missile is there. Now in comes Fatalist with the Tornado there at the Skyward, but he has Xeriscape, who relocates him away to the bottom lane, and Xeriscape's life, well, it's probably forfeit. Yeah, it's very, very forfeit. Any eulogy for Xeriscape, or just gonna let him die?
Shall him die.
Okay. He is indeed now dead. It's a selfless play there. It's a selfless play, but he knew what was happening there. He knew he was dying for that one. Looks like we're about to see a tier 2 tower trade. It's Radiant taking the Dire top tier 2 tower. It's Dire taking the Radiant bottom tier 2 tower. Both teams glyph. Both teams should have their wave still alive to some extent. But meanwhile, it's Bingu into the Radiant Tri-Camp looking for Ka. Ka is on the run though, he's quite fast. The ball ending is there. In comes the Beast though, looking for Bingu. Sunstrike comes in, Bingu still has half HP, dives the T1 top for Ka. Ka goes down. Now Bingu balls away, ET's trying to escape. Envy has a bash? No, not in time. So simply a pickoff there. Ka goes down. And in that entire chaos, both the tier 2s in both teams' safe lanes go down. It's the Radiant tier 2 bottom and the Dire tier 2 top that are now both dead.
Gyro's looking pretty rich again. Got the Satanic now. So even if he gets chronoed, if you pop the Satanic, you're probably going to live. And if you don't, maybe the lifesteal will save you anyway.
So a little bit of a concern now, potentially, for Radiant, where it's like, alright, this Gyro hero, can we kill him? Possibly, but probably not.
No Spirit Vessel to counteract the lifesteal either. I thought that would be a pickup for sure this game from the Invoker, because, I mean, there's just a Gyro and an Io.
Well, Sheepstick is swapping on in by the Radiant tier 2, but well, in comes ET, in comes Fatal. There's a Missile there onto Notorious, he will go down to the Beast. A Blink Avalanche toss combo onto Sheepstick. The Venge will be the trade, but now in comes Envy. Dilates there on the 2 with Skyward. It's Corona there on the 3. It's pretty fantastic from Envy. Call down comes in, but Radiant, they know the target. It is Skyward. Xeriscape is relocated in. Wants to save him. Satanic is there. Skyward is alive. Bingu balls in. Kills Ka. Looks for more. Envy is low. Has Time Walk. Barely gets away. But they once again dive that tier 2 tower. Envy goes down and search for Fatals under his tier 3 tower, but it will not matter. All 3 cores. Well, it's only the Beast left, who is barely alive. May kill ET, actually. He will. No, he won't.
Whoa.
Thought he would.
Crazy.
But it's still a massive team fight win there for the side of the Dire. They once again kill many and they lose, while the hero who just is fine with dying because she can still play Dota.
It was a good chrono on 3 people, but they didn't really have the damage to burst the gyro. Maybe they would have been better off just going for the Tusk there and then trying to kite it out longer. Because, yeah, with the Satanic on gyro, it's just too annoying. Also, if they try to contest this Roche, they'll just get wrecked because this gyro is DD bottled. So I don't think they can really do much about this one.
Yes, indeed, appears to be a forfeit Roshan. Aegis, once again, going inside of the Dire. This time we'll go to their... Never mind, we'll go once again go to mid laner. Nothing too shocking. Bingu on Storm, obviously a very good Aegis carrier. Sheepstick, though, is getting real crazy. Swaps on into the Beast. Magic Missile is there by the Tri-Camp. Bingu balls on in. Ice Path, though, stuns on a Bingu. Envy engages, looks for something. Aegis now pop. The Beast is low. ET engages. Has Snowball. Has a look on Notorious. Sheepstick goes down. The Illusion is fighting. Down goes the Beast. Down goes Ka. And while Dire arrive on everybody. Envy goes down. Notorious goes down. ET's on the run, but well, the fight result is the same. It's once again only 1 living. Actually, ET dies to the dual breath damage of Notorious, but still, it's a 2-for-4 trade. Plus the Aegis, but still, Dire. Very happy with that one.
Something you may have not noticed, a certain Sunstrike got the Roche kill from Mr. Invoker.
Ha!
So Roche actually goes to Radiant.
I'm seeing Dire Roshan.
Wait, what? Hello?
I'm seeing no snatch in the Aegis. That's why I didn't see it.
Wait, what the fuck? Okay,
Interesting.
I'm just lying apparently.
It happens sometimes.
I don't know what happened in my brain. I think it was because Fatalness got tipped by ET and I saw the Sunstrike. I just believed that it happens, but in reality, ET was just tipping Fatalness because he messed it up, I guess.
Probably.
I got tricked by the tip.
Oh, they almost punished Skyward with a very greedy TP. But, well, the stuns were not there in time. Radiant Smoke Dodge 3, but, well, they've already lost their entire mid-set of barracks. This is, once again, looking a little bit rough, potentially. I mean, they're running out of things to lose. For those, though, who are just joining, this actually is only one part of a doubleheader. After this game, we'll be casting the Canoe and the Canoobs versus Happy Pizza Meal team. I will not be joined by Sasquatch, sadly, but I will be joined by someone else, to be determined, after the series.
Happy Pizza Meal.
It's
quite a name.
It is certainly quite a name. Top lane, though, it's the Relocate, looking for the Beast. Bingu's there as well. Ice Path comes on in. The Chronos Bear is there on 3. Into the Cataclysm. Can they kill heroes? Wisp, solo. Bingu goes down. Both go down. Now Skyward has Satanic. Tries to fight, but he is completely alone in that 5v1. Meanwhile, the bottoms of the Radiant are being sieged. Back to Skyward, though, he certainly will go down. Back to bottom once again. The tower will go down, but now Radiant are TPing in. It's Power Rangers time. They want to get some more kills. ET blinks away. Envy, can he pursue? Finds ET with Annihilation, maybe? Maybe not. Sheepstick tries to fight, though, but she's now tossed and avalanched by the Beast. Is there a TP? No, it's an Ice Path. Bench dies, the Illusion, not long behind it appears. Little missile there onto the Beast, but well, that's the inevitable death on that one. At long last, Radiant find the fight they're looking for.
Yeah, that was huge. I can't believe they won a team fight. I thought this game was over. That's massive. I mean, I think they can bring it back. I think they just need one more clean team fight, and suddenly this game's looking spicy again. Like the Void matchup is so strong in this game. He just needs to get there. If he gets to like 4 or 5 slots and he's just tanky, and they can't burst him between time walks, I think he's gonna be the strongest hero in the game. The Beast is making some work happen, though, I gotta say. And now he's being hunted, which has me concerns. Because there's an invisible ET just following him, stalking him.
Seeing a lot of split action, actually, right now. It is, and the Beast blinks away from the danger.
Whew. They still might chase him though. ET's thinking about it. Yep.
Yeah, ET
comes
is
his-
there. In comes Bingu. The Beast should go down here eventually. We'll get the Avalanche toss off in time, perhaps, but the result should still be the same. Indeed, a death there on that Tiny in the river, sadly.
I think it's just a little too greedy to be walking through the jungle like that when you don't know if it's the warded or not. Like, it was just ET stalking him under that ward. That's the only reason he dies there. It's because they see him with the ward.
Hey, Sasquatch, I have a question for you. Do you think you'd be able to bully ET into casting the next series with me?
If we sucker him into an interview first, maybe.
That would be 2 birds with 1 stone right there. That would be 2 birds with 1 stone. I always wanted to cast the ET.
I can get him for the interview, but then we'll see what happens
So
after.
we could peer pressure him. Got it. Just don't tell him we're doing that. He probably will pay the ball for it.
Oh, yeah. Top secret.
We did though finally see that. I mean, as you mentioned earlier, the Radiant finally had a very good team fight. It's proof of concept from the draft of, hey, throw things into a chrono. It might just work. And well, it just worked. Problem is they need to do it probably 2 or 3 more times at least. Mid lane though is ET blinking on into Ka. Ka certainly will be dead. Path though is there onto 3 actually. Dire are now being kited around, and we try to engage the Chronos here, but Dire want the fight for sure. They find a Taurus with the swap. Now Skyward's there in the backlines. Chrono is there, but it's only onto 1. Catacom's in, it damages Skyward. Can they kill Skyward? Yes, they can! Gyro goes down. And now Envy, who's BKB'd, looks to fight. Time Lock's imp actually may go down. Bingu BKBs, looks to engage. Missile Meanwhile's there, onto the Beast. Snowball comes through, Sun's there, onto 3. Vortex is there, onto the Beast. The Beast may go down here. Notorious buys back. Cub buys back. Radiant want to fight. The Beast goes down. ET is going on by 2, goes down. Meanwhile, Envy's going on by 3, also goes down. Dire, though, with the Io in the Storm, once again look to engage. But Radiants actually have equal numbers still.
2 buybacks, bringing their team alive again. But they don't really have anybody to go in. The Void and Tiny are both dead, so they can't do much except defend. That was a wild chrono. I think he was aiming for the Storm, but ended up clipping the Gyro below, and then like the Beast shows up, and I thought the Gyro was just going to be fine from the Void just going on him, but the Beast sealing the deal on the burst at the end. And that made the fight a little bit closer than I thought it should have been, to be honest, after the way it started. Because like Void needs to be able to start like right after Tiny. Otherwise, the other heroes are going to waste their CDs before the Chrono goes down, like the Jakiro and the Invoker and stuff, or even the Coddle. But yeah, making it happen. They're staying alive here. Down in net worth on all 3 cores, but still scrapping out some team fights.
Yeah, it remains quite the uphill battle. I mean, it's not an easy time winning the game, but they have the condition. It's just chuck things into a purple sort of colored spherical object and just kill things. Problem is, we mentioned Skyward being very farmed, but now Bingu is also, very farmed. Not only is it the BKB, it's still a second BKB, it's also a 24 charge Bloodstone. That is a lot of regen. Mid lane though, it's ET blinking on in, looking for Notorious. Snowball is there, now in comes Bingu with the ball into the backlines. Vortex is there, onto 2. Ka, low. Ka will go down. Soul Notorious to die back there on both. Envy, BKBs engages, but has no chrono. And made us go down, he goes down as well, and he has no buyback. Meanwhile, it's the Beast who's gone on. By his Tri-Camp area, by Skyward and Xeriscape, he goes down, he has no buyback. And we were pretty bullish on this Radiant team about 60 seconds ago, but now it's 4 heroes and no buyback, and the game is just over.
Yep, Dire just brought it back in with 1 solid team fight. I mean, they were just kind of scrapping through before on Radiant, and that, I think, can only last so long because you just have to keep nailing your big CDs.
Indeed, the GG's call. Nothing too shocking on that one. I'll say a pretty good series, though. Obviously, Pizzadog were the better team on this fine evening, but 5 dudes certainly showed some stuff. I think potentially if they run into a lesser team or play a little bit better, they can get some wins, but tonight it turned into a 0-2. I am messaging ET, though. I think he misinterpreted my request. I asked for a winners interview. I think he's asking the entire team, and not just ET. So that could be interesting. Not sure how that one's gonna backfire, but yeah, I'm adaptable. I'm always ready. Talking about this game in question, though. I mean, this is seems like Dire simply outmaneuvered the Radiant in this case. Simply kite around the heroes too easily. Eventually, they got too big to fail. Is that an accurate assessment?
Yeah, nailed it. I think from Radiant, they just need a little more spice to go along with the beast of US East. At least if he's on a stunner, he's so aggressive. You just want people to play around him. And Jakiro is kind of like a slow dragon. Coddle's cool, but no follow-up CC, just blasting. I think the Coddle Tiny combo did all the work that game. It was pretty cool.
Alright, so apparently we did not get ET. We got ET and we got Skyward. So we're gonna go over to the Lads Discord. I will join you there. Is that okay?
Let's go.
Yeah, I'll see you there. We are now joined by victorious team carry, Skyward. How are you in this fine evening?
I mean, I'm doing great. It was a nice 2-0 to start off the league. Couldn't ask for anything different.
So certainly a pretty good showing there. I mean, from your team, you guys simply outmaneuvered the 5 dudes team in both teams. Seemed like the drafts were better. Seemed like the overall macro play was better. How's the team vibes there? Are you feeling pretty confident, or was it more like a tense situation there?
I mean, when we were scrapping in the mid game and kind of brawling, we were just like, we were having a laugh. I'll be honest. We checked out of this one at 15 minutes. We knew this one was over. It's just, I don't know. I think our drafts are better. I think our players on paper are better, and in practice are even stronger. So it's we expected to win this one.
Confident, but you know what? I guess when you 2-0 like that, you can be pretty confident.
All right, are you guys just gonna pick Alk every game? It doesn't get banned.
I mean, the problem is, right, with the tech that I've discovered, the heroes I play, it's just like, if you have to keep banning Alchemist, right, you got to first phase ban it. Like, is Alk on paper a good hero right now? Probably not. So because I play Alk and shit, but I also play the meta, it's really hard to play against us. And I mean, the other thing with our team and what makes us so great is that we have so much potential for like someone to pop off. Like if I'm having a rough game, Sheep's just gonna go play Vengeful Spirit and just completely dumpster the other team, right? You know, if Sheep's having a rough game, I'm gonna hit creep so Bingu just goes solo kills half the enemy team. So it's just that, you know, we're hard to stop. We're way too versatile when it comes to our drafting, and other teams are definitely gonna have to think of something special. This coddle stuff, it's not enough.
Coddle was pretty annoying, but yeah, not enough. All right, I'm heading out. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
See you later, Badger.
Thanks for joining me. Oh, Sal, he's already gone. I was gonna ask him if he had anything to say to the people, but apparently he's just gone already. So. Never mind.
That's life.
That is indeed life.
But yeah, those games went really well tonight. A great start to the league, and now we've been joined by ET.
We have indeed been joined by ET. How are you this fine evening, ET?
I'm pretty good. Excited. Got my schedule for the event that I'll be covering. Working tomorrow. Of course, they told me today. XD?
Will I be seeing you on Friday at least?
Most likely, or Thursday.
I'm not working Thursday, so yeah.
Well, unfortunate. But we'll see. Well, I'm excited for you to do that stuff, actually.
So now, ET, tell me what was going through your head in those games. Give me a little insight.
You know, I just get to lane with this offlaner who's just, you know, screaming, kicking, taking all my salves and regen. You know, it's a real fight. It's a tussle in the bottom lane. But you know, you always seem to pull ahead somehow. You know, Sheep was flaming the enemy team as she was flaming our team. It's just toxic player, but you know, one of the best.
It's a European thing, I bet.
Absolutely. I mean, you've seen Seb.
Yeah, more or less.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Too soon?
They're at TI. Oh.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think we're looking forward to the rest of the season. I think I mean, I'm not trying to hype us up, but I think we're just gonna wipe the floor with everyone else. So.
And then we'll never get to play with this roster ever again.
Yeah.
JK. Now, we'll see. Bingu needs to get a few more heroes. I need to learn Earth Spirit apparently, according to the team. Pepeans.
A very cool hero.
Very cool. Maybe I can get some words in with the freak. He's
Yeah.
the only one I know who plays that hero still.
Figure it out.
But yeah, not bad games.
I have a question though, ET.
Yeah.
Would you be interested in joining me for a cast now? I'm doing a double header.
Now.
Today.
Now.
Literally right now. Concussion like 5 minutes from now. If you say no, I won't be offended, but gonna shoot my shot, you know.
Maybe another time, because I do have to eat dinner and do some a little bit of preparation for tomorrow. Because again, they let me know 24 hours in advance. Pepe left.
So I understood, but this is how I cast the Sasquatch for the first time. I just kept asking him over and over again until eventually he said yes, and now he keeps coming back to me. So eventually, maybe one day.
Eventually, exactly. But yeah, another time. I know I've said another time, maybe twice in a row now, but
Third time's a
it's been for
charm.
good excuse. Yeah, third time's the charm. Third time's the charm.
I'll keep asking. Don't worry, I'll keep asking.
Okay, well, GG's, folks. I'm gonna peace.
GG's, and
All right.
thank you for casting, by the way. Means a lot
Thanks for
to these games out there,
playing
man.
some good
You did
Dota.
a great job.
I'll be back. I'll see you some
Look
more, I'm
forward.
sure. But thanks
Hope
to
y'all
you
have
two
a
for
good
joining
night.
me.
Always.
Any final words out of any final words out of either of you two before I leave you to the your own devices?
ET's going for the 3P. That's all I can say.
The 3P.
Very cool. Then have a great night, you two.
Peace.
Peace.